What's been very sad to see in La Jolla is people coming into a site and tearing everything down. The true uniqueness of this home is how they took care to blend it into the landscaping and the hillside.
Designing and building an architectural home is no easy task. It requires abundance of resources, meticulous planning, and resilient execution. These qualities balanced well can transform an idea of a sketch into a reality, and that's what we're looking at today. A home that serves as an homage to the past, but continues to live in the future. Design that's striking yet minimalist. Creative approach that looks at a home as an architectural experiment. So without further ado, let's go take a look at this stunning home. All right, everyone, once again, welcome to La Jolla, California. I'm beyond excited for today's tour. We're checking out this amazing architectural home that features so many different finishes, board form concrete walls, cantilevered roof lines, connectivity to the outdoors, and it also comes with an amazing story, which I'm really excited to share with all of you. Now, I'm currently on the motor court right now. We have the gates opening up to a curved driveway lined with trees, and that driveway brings you to this point. You can easily park 15 to 20 cars here. This section is also hedged, extremely private. Property also comes with a top-of-the-line security system. And right before you arrive to the motor court, you actually go underneath this covered section. They have recessed-in floor lighting, so at night, this space lights up beautifully. It also houses the two-car garage that we have on this side, and that's basically the continuation of this property, and that's the entry right there. Now, I want to bring everybody to this point because we have a beautiful urban garden here with a Japanese black pine tree, granite boulder, and this landscaping detail here really blends in with the architectural lines of this home. On the back, you can see the stucco finish as well as the board form concrete wall, which you're going to see throughout this home. And it's just a nice industrial, strong texture that really complements the facade of this beautiful home. Now let's go to this side. This is actually a gate that moves.
Really?
Yep. So on this side, I'm gonna leave it closed for now because you can access to your backyard directly from your driveway in case you have events and you don't want people to go through your home. But we wanted to have it on this side because we also have another two-car garage right here. Looks beautiful. You have the cedar paneling on the garage door as well. Board form concrete wall continues, and then we come to the entry. Now I'm really gonna take my time to talk about the details here. This is where you get your first peek of the Pacific Ocean, and to bring that water element to the entry, they placed this beautiful water feature, curved it really nicely to accommodate the walkway that takes you to the oval garden, which is located down below on the property, and it sets this amazing tone right before you enter the home. Now, I also really like how the water reflects on this board form concrete wall, and to take it a step further, they even incorporated the steps into the water feature. I mean, this entry is amazing. You have the Pacific Ocean, your water feature, then you look at the home and you realize that second floor cantilevers over the entry, and even though it looks like it's resting on the first floor, it's actually not. They use that space to place clear story windows to bring natural light and ventilation to the lower level, which is fascinating. And on top of that, right behind me is one of the 3 cork oak trees that are located on this property. When they designed this home, they built the entire compound around these trees, and that's why they call this house the tree house. I wanted to mention that. Now follow me this way. Coming to the entry, we have a glass pivot door that opens up to the home.
So it was really important from the moment you step onto the property to the moment you start going through the property, that whole transition had to be very Zen-like. As you walk in the front door, you have a lot of depth. As you walk through the house, you see the cork trees, and you hear sounds of water. You had to feel, I really, really love where I live. Every room you're in has a special element to it that makes you feel tranquil and relaxed.
Now off of the foyer, we have honed limestone floors, plaster walls, warm walnut paneling. And before we continue our tour here, I actually want to take a step back for a second, because on my left-hand side, we have this architectural staircase opening that leads you to the lower level, as well as the second floor. Between the board from concrete wall, open riser design, it's just a really nice frame. Now, coming back to the entry and going to the other side, we have the formal dining room, circular table in the center, gorgeous chairs. You have a service counter here with refrigerator drawers, really nice bar display, more built-ins here. And yeah, this is your dining room. Now, right in the center, we got this gorgeous Steinway & Sons piano dressing the room really nicely. And behind me is the staircase that I mentioned off of the foyer. It goes up to the second floor. This is actually not the main staircase. We're gonna see the main one later in the tour. Now follow me this way. Beautiful seating area. This is technically your formal living room. Love the coffee table in the center, few chairs, couch, and can we cover this floating gas fireplace? I love the design here and how you have picture windows around the fireplace, and the top section floats. So from the exterior, this wall looks so cool, and obviously from the interior, you have this minimalist look. Then you have your comfortable seating. Then the entire room is surrounded by picture windows facing the views. That's the Pacific Ocean right there. Down below us is the Oval Garden, and this is just beautiful. Now, if all that wasn't enough, this living room cantilevers about 18 plus feet above the garden that's below us. Looking at this room from the exterior is such a beautiful architectural frame. In fact, right behind me is also the second cork tree that they built this house around, and having a picture window here, seeing your main patio, Oval Garden, it's just beautiful. I'm out of words, and I feel like this room right here, we've seen it before on another property in Hollywood Hills, Belgave.
Oh yeah.
Remember Belgave had a living room that was like this, that cantilevered over the views?
Yeah, I remember that house really well, but instead of views of the ocean, you have views of Los Angeles and the city.
That's correct. Now, while we are here, before we leave this room, let's cover the specs for a second. We have 5 bedrooms, 6 full, 5 half baths, 11,239 square feet of interior space, built on a 66,646 square foot lot, on the market for $34,750,000. And I want to give big thanks to the listing agents, Ross Clark and Brett Dickinson, for making this tour possible. We're really excited to be in La Jolla, and as always, you can find more information about this listing in the description of this video. Now, let's continue our tour back to the foyer, because we have a couple other rooms that I want to cover on this side. There's actually a small hallway here that leads you to the 2-car garage, and then this door right here opens up to the laundry room, 2 washers, 2 dryers, cabinetry, and sink, pretty much everything you need. Now follow me this way. Look at the length of this hallway. It takes you all the way to the primary bedroom suite, opens up to the backyard. But before we continue, I want to go this way so we can check out the powder bathroom. Onyx vanity that's fabricated, mirrors nicely recessed in, wall sconces, same limestone floors are also here. Just a really nice powder bathroom. Now let's go back to the main space. There's actually a butler's kitchen here, but first, let me bring everybody to the great room. This is definitely the heart of this property. It houses the kitchen, dining area, and the family room, On each side, we have massive sliding glass doors, seamlessly opening up this room to the outdoors. On the back, we have the backyard, and on the front, we have the views and the oval garden down below. Cantilevered roof lines, clear story windows, wood plank ceilings that run all the way to the exterior, honed limestone floors. A lot is happening in this room, but I just love how it's integrated to the outdoors, and you can simply walk outside from your great room to these views. This is lovely.
What makes this property so unique and special is the privacy, security, and the large flat area you attain up here with this phenomenal view is just really unheard of in La Jolla. What makes La Jolla special is the topography. So the topography of La Jolla gives you 5 to 6 incredible views, and this one sits at the crown. It's really the crown jewel of this hill, Mount Soledad.
Obviously your ocean views are insane, but I'm really intrigued by, what did you call this down below us?
Oval garden.
Oval garden. I haven't been down there yet. I'm sure the house looks insane from up there.
Oh, the architecture of this home is just stunning, and I feel like the design team here had the opportunity to go all out, and they executed on their vision. And that's why when you look around, you see these steel cantilevers, clear story windows, which are motorized, by the way, most of them. Then you look over here, you have this beautiful patio that curves with a walkway, and you may think this is just another water feature, but it's actually not. If you look at this house from a bird's eye view, you realize that the lines of the water feature matches the lines of the pool that's on the backyard. It's continuous.
I actually noticed that when I was flying the drone. I thought that was really cool looking.
To me, I love details like that. I love attention to detail like that, and this property is all about it. Now, we have the same limestone floors here. Even the grout lines are matching with the exterior patios. Then in front of us, we have the family room, L-shaped couch, coffee table, 2 chairs. Even these chairs are so elegant with stainless steel legs. Then you come over to this side. This is a 130-inch TV wall, custom designed for the property. Not to mention you have Bang & Olufsen speakers on each side. You can have beautiful screensavers like this, or you can just watch TV, obviously. Down below is another linear gas fireplace, and even here with a limestone bottom section, steel frame around the fireplace. Then you have Texas limestone on top with built-in shelves. You even have mood lighting detail above, and this is just the family room. It's just the beginning.
I love the color palettes and materials that they used in this house.
So warm.
I always love kind of black mixed with wood, and then they have these splashes of white, which I guess you said is limestone.
Not only that's a great point, they also brought a lot of organic materials to this home. Ceiling is all cedar. Then you have this live edge walnut dining table right in the center that softens up the room. You have a brass chandelier above. In fact, they brought some of the brass details to the table as well. It actually helps it join these 2 slabs together. Just a lovely space where you sit down, have your meal, enjoy these views. And looking around the room, I think I've talked about it earlier, we have a lot of clear story windows. These windows are motorized, so push of a button, you can open them and close them. In fact, you can program them in a way that if it gets too hot inside of the home, they will automatically open up to let the moisture out and just kind of balance out the room with the temperature. Pretty amazing, huh?
Really? So the windows will automatically open at different humidity thresholds?
Correct.
I feel like we've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting.
It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, another thing I want to talk about is the lighting in this home. This property has Lutron lighting control system, and they also happen to be the sponsor of today's video. Now, I'm not saying this because they're sponsoring our video, but most of the homes we tour, whether it's in Los Angeles or around the world, they feature Lutron lighting.
Yeah, I think one of the most commented things on our channel when we tour modern homes is, how are you supposed to sleep in this glass box with all this natural light pouring in?
Correct. I mean, we're currently in a great room right now, and it's so nice to have these sliding glass doors opening up to the backyard or to these views. But obviously, they have built-in shades, and that's what Lutron does. They provide these seamless shades that integrate into your sliding glass door openings. That way, you can just operate them. They don't architecturally change the look of your house. They're extremely quiet, and you can use them to diffuse the light that comes into a room, or you can use them to truly black out a space. Another thing I want to mention, they also provide you an amazing app where you can control every single light fixture in your home. In fact, a lot of the times when we tour these homes, we stay really late. As you can imagine, with the scale of these properties, if you try to turn off every single light fixture, it will take forever, right?
Yeah.
But with Lutron, you go to the entry, you click all off, and Lutron turns off the entire house for you, which is a brilliant convenience.
Not only that, but throughout each space, they have different lighting settings. So
correct.
If you're having a party or something, you can change the mood without having to dim every single light individually.
Exactly. You can customize certain settings.
Yeah, for sure.
That way you can just press a button, get that mood for yourself, whether it's no dim lights and cove lighting off, but then you want to have certain lights on and have your shades down. You get all those functions with a push of a button. Now, Lutron has over 15,000 energy-saving products. They're sold in over 100 countries. They've been in the business over 60 years. And just in the US alone, I believe they help customers save over 10 billion kilowatt hours of energy, which equals to $1 billion in utility costs.
That seems hard to fathom.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Right? So they're an amazing company. Big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. We're going to put their links in the description. Make sure to check them out. And let's continue our tour with this kitchen. We have a massive island up front, Taj Mahal, courtside countertops, bar seating on this side with LED lighting. Then you come over here. This is super cool. This is a pop-up drawer that hides the mixer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hides it in the island bay. And it's just a nice, clever detail. Push of a button, it just goes up.
I feel like that's rare. I don't really remember seeing that very often. Maybe we saw it in one house, but...
We saw it at one house. I'm trying to remember which one, but I'm blanking. We toured too many properties at this point.
After 100, 200 properties, they all kind of blend together.
There you go. Now, this is interesting. La Cornue rotisserie.
Really?
It's an appliance, correct. And I'm sure you can cook other stuff with it too. It's an interesting take on a built-in appliance. Now, before we continue, I actually forgot to mention, we have an hallway here. That's the elevator landing on this level. And we have a Butler's Pantry here, conveniently located close to the formal dining room. Same cabinetry, you have another sink here, fridge, freezer. It's a nice feature.
For sure.
Now, going back to the kitchen, walnut cabinetry throughout. You have Wolf built-in appliances, induction on this side. Then you have your Wolf gas stove here. Same Taj Mahal quart side is also on this side, as well as the backsplash. You have your vent nicely hidden into the cabinetry, built-in fridge and freezer down below. Let's see. Obviously, your sink is also located on the island, and knock-knock dishwasher.
It's always nice to have.
It's been a minute. Mila. That's it for your kitchen. Obviously, it looks towards your dining area and the family room, benefits from the views. And now, let's check out the backyard.
Yeah.
First, we have this cover section here, another steel cantilever above us. And look at this space. I mean, it's beautiful, so private, all these trees, and check this out. I got a really cool story. This neighborhood, or this area, used to be a tree farm. They were raising trees here. And then later on, it was developed as a subdivision. And before this home was built and completed in 2019, they had an older home here. And within that property, they had these three very significant cork oak trees. By the way, this is the first time in my life I'm seeing a cork oak tree. It's a very grand and just this majestic tree. And they wanted to protect these three trees that are around the property. One behind you, Mikey, one here, and we saw the other one off of the first seating area.
Yeah, yeah.
And they built the entire property around it. In fact, they were so committed to keeping these trees. Look at the roof line right there. They've literally curved it around the tree. That way a tree can still grow and be right next to the home. How amazing is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I did notice the curve in the roof. When I was looking at photos of this house before we came here, I saw it was called the tree house, and I wondered why.
This is why.
Now it makes sense.
Awesome, right? All right, let's go this way. Now we have these steps taking us to the outdoor kitchen and the outdoor patio. Right next to that is the recreation room. We're gonna check out that space in a bit. Massive shuffleboard, few chairs. This is where you can sit down and watch your friends shuffle. I'm assuming that's what you call it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that term before, but you can watch a lot of the activities from there.
Absolutely. Then we have the outdoor seating area, dining area, kitchen on the back. The contraption that's above us is a motorized canopy. So push of a button, you can close off this entire section. You even have space heaters here. This might be one of my favorite areas of this property because I feel like La Jolla has such amazing weather. You would use the space all the time. In fact, they even have an outdoor TV here. And as I was looking at this TV, I realized these are barn doors. So you can close it off and get that minimalist look, or you can just leave it open and watch TV. Now let's go to the other side. Again, you have your outdoor seating area with a built-in fire pit. And now I want to cover the kitchen. This is an Evo gas grill. This is the first time we're seeing this built-in outdoor kitchen appliance.
I was really curious what this was.
It's like a cast iron grill. Maybe that's a way of explaining it. It's not, I don't know if it's cast iron.
It's like an electric cast iron grill.
Gas.
Gas. Okay.
Gas. And it just looks so cool. And when the design team was designing this home, they were like, we're not going to have a traditional outdoor kitchen where you have just a expected built-in gas grill. They're like, let's put an Evo.
Yeah.
Looks pretty awesome. Then on the other side, you have rest of your cabinetry. Again, stainless steel fronts, refrigerator drawers, ice maker, dishwasher, sink. And my favorite detail in this outdoor kitchen is the pizza oven. Now you may say, I don't even know how to open it. There you go. Now you may say, why you're so excited for pizza oven? Well, I like the way they incorporated into this concrete column. It's actually at an angle. That's how it houses it on the bottom section. Then you look at the top of this column and you realize that top cap also cantilevers, just like some of the other areas of the home, which is fascinating. They even made this section architectural to match the rest of the home.
It was the first thing I noticed when we got here this morning. I had no idea it was for a pizza oven. I thought it looked really cool, but I have to say this is probably the most architectural pizza oven in the world, you know?
Well said, Mikey.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. Now, we have the recreation room in front of us. Sliding glass doors open up. We have a table here with a few chairs. Smaller scale shuffleboard here, if you don't want to enjoy the full-size one.
Yeah.
Then a really nice bar. Countertop here is actually really unique. It's like mosaic tiles combined together with a clear finish on top. Then we have wood countertops here, sink, bronze open shelving, and this is your bar for the recreation room. Now on the other side, another small seating area with a live edge coffee table. I know it's a piano, but what kind of piano is this?
Pretty sure it's a player piano. At the very least, it's like a e-piano that has like a music box built into it. So
has functions.
Yeah, you can play like to drums and bass and that kind of thing.
It looks pretty fancy.
Yeah.
You come over here, another exterior door, powder bathroom for the recreation room. And before we cover the screening room on this side, I actually want to talk about an interesting detail. So we have two board form concrete walls here. This one, they formed it out of, I want to say 2x6 planks. That's why you can see so many different seams and more texture. You look over to this side, you can see that we only have few seams because they used massive panels. In fact, these are the connection points that they ran the rods through to keep the forms intact. And that's why this one has more of an industrial kind of flat look, but you have more character here. But when you use this many planks to form these walls, you need a lot of connection points to hold everything in place. These are those rods that they used. But on this house, they used fiberglass rods.
Typically they use rebar, right?
Rebar, correct. But rebar sometimes can rust versus fiberglass maintain its look. It doesn't rust, it blends in better, and it's just a clever detail.
Innes was really excited when he saw this.
When I saw this, I was like, they know what they're doing, you know? All right, let's come over here. Let's see. Pocket doors to seal off the screening room. Comfortable seating section. Drop-down projector. Nice and cozy. Walnut paneling. It's part of your recreation room. A lot of times, homes this scale, we see screening rooms within the property. And in this case, they had more of a fun take. They just brought it to the recreation room. All right, Mikey, back to the backyard.
Let's do it.
So far, we've covered the first half of the backyard. On the other side, we have a 150-foot lap pool, water jets here, serving as a water feature or just a fun element for kids. And in the center, we have this grass section. What a perfect place for us to look back to the home. Again, architectural lines, these steel screens, the way the second floor is positioned above the main floor. Big congrats to the design team. I think they did a fantastic job. I was so excited for this tour today, and I feel like I did my best to cover all the details that I'm just afraid that I'm missing some. You know, between how they incorporated clear story windows, how they oriented this structure on this lot, which is really good size, and how they kept it so private and brought these organic elements with landscaping, material selection. It's really impressive. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, the pool here has a motorized cover, looks super inviting. We have 2 day beds on the other side with canopy tops. That's your raised hot tub. And behind that is the 3rd cork oak tree. So that's the 3rd one.
I was wondering if you were going to mention that. I did notice that. Now that I know what they look like, you know?
Looks super cool. This structure here is the office. You can access it from this side or from the interior. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but this pool continues to the other side as a water feature. What a clever detail. All right, now let's go back in so we can go to the other side. Again, we're in the great room, and behind this limestone wall, we have the main staircase. Now, just like the rest of the home, the way this room is designed is really special. It's not the widest room, but yet they position this beautiful spiral staircase, and it just curves so nicely to the 2nd floor. It's open riser, railing is nicely integrated to the steps. I love how they curved the wood paneling on the staircase as well, and it just looks so elegant. You have that same limestone wall that we saw at the family room wrapping to the other side, and they even have these recessed in floor lighting to light up the texture here. Picture windows, circular skylight above. You have the 2nd floor landing up there, plaster wall. This is a sculpture. This is not a staircase. I'm just gonna go up there for a second.
This is one of my favorite parts of the entire home. The center beam that wraps around behind you. How many pieces is that? It looks like it's like 3 pieces, more or less.
Well, you're seeing the wood paneling that's on top. It's probably a curved and welded steel frame, and they just clad on top. And if that wasn't enough, as you're going up, you can see this detail right here. I think I talked about it a couple times at this point. 2nd floor is literally floating above the 1st floor. And that's that little gap, I wanna say foot and a half, where they placed that picture window.
Yeah, you can actually see the turf from the 2nd level right there as well.
Exactly. And I want to clarify something. Obviously, top floor is attached to the lower level. It's just floating above it. Yeah. So all you have are those steel columns. In fact, home is pretty much all steel frame too. So I wanted to mention that. Beautiful design. All right, follow me this way. Now we're going to the primary bedroom wing. We have a bathroom on my left-hand side. It's a powder bathroom with a floating vanity, skylight above bringing natural light, nice and airy. And coming back to the hallway, we go straight into the office. This room is dedicated for the primary bedroom, L-shaped couch, nice fireplace with a marble wall. 2 doors open up to the backyard where we have the pool, so you have an exterior access. And on this side, we have this built-in wall with all these shelves, and they even have a cuckoo clock, since it's a tree house.
I feel like I've never actually seen a cuckoo clock in person. I feel like I just see these in like cartoons growing up. That's my only experience with them.
Besides all the details we saw so far, they even thought of this. Crazy, right? It's whimsical, it's interesting. So I wanted to mention that. They have it over here. Again, you have your seating area, built-in desk, floating shelves, and then you come over to this side where we have another hallway that leads you to the primary closet. Now this closet is obviously very spacious. On my right hand side, we have a massive picture window looking towards the Japanese Zen Garden. We're gonna check that space out in a bit. It actually opens up to the primary bedroom. Now coming here, this is the landing of the primary bedroom suite. So this entry point is actually behind the staircase. We use the one that's in front of it, so you can actually enter the primary bedroom wing from both sides. Now, follow me this way. First, let's check out the primary bathroom. It starts here, another set of pocket doors, some built-ins. This is where we have the first vanity. It's floating with LED lighting underneath. I really like the mirror design here and how they place these light boxes in between. You even have a skylight above to bring more natural light. Chrome fixtures, everything is polished to perfection. This house feels like a brand new home. Now, on the back, obviously we have fantastic views, chandelier above, freestanding tub is positioned here, and it's cleverly designed where they have your fixtures raised from the floor, but it has just enough of a clearance for these motorized casement windows to operate. How nice. I mean, they could have easily put a hardware here. Instead, they put the motorized assembly, push of a button, you can just allow natural air to come into the bathroom. All right, let's go to the other side. Massive walk-in shower, glass enclosed, rain head above, book match stone. Obviously you have your steam feature. In fact, you can see the outlets here. They did this nice set forward bench design, so it's not against the glass wall here. It looks a little bit more contemporary. Drains are nicely tucked underneath. But my favorite detail within this walk-in shower is the skylight above right there. You know why?
I think I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Motorized.
It's motorized, yeah.
Yeah, so you can allow more natural air to come in, and it probably helps dry out the walk-in shower too.
Yeah, so obviously we just toured the backyard, and as soon as the camera's cut, I noticed that the pool house, or the recreation house, the bathroom in there had the same automatic skylights, which is a detail that we missed, but I thought you were gonna bring that up in here.
Well, these things are not cheap, and again, it shows the fact that architects really cared about bringing natural air and natural light to the property wherever they can. So it's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Now, we have more screens here to control the light even more. They're actually placed right in front of the windows. You can move them to each side. And another modern detail that I want to point it out, your second vanities here, pretty much the same finishes. Mikey, I don't know if you recognize this, pop-up TV here.
Oh, really?
Recessed into the cabinetry. And now I want to take everybody back to the landing so we can check out the primary bedroom. Now, this bedroom, the way it's designed, is super cool. It starts here. And before we check out the bedroom, can we talk about the Japanese Zen Garden? Now, off of the sliding glass doors, we have this reflecting pool, which is also a koi pond. Then beyond that, you can actually see the gravel landscape, this beautiful tree. That's a Japanese soaking tub. They even have an integrated built-in seating here. Even their rake matches the style of the design here. How cool is that?
Yeah, and it's also very similar to that tree that we saw in the driveway earlier as well.
Correct. And to me, I love that it's super private. It's Zen. You even have another statue here, both from concrete bowls, and it's right next to your primary bedroom suite. We have the king-size bed here, nice warm paneling on the back with integrated bedside lights. Then you have your fireplace on this side with a TV above. Other set of sliding glass doors open up to the grounds and the oval garden that's down below. And the primary bedroom suite even has its own garden right here. Casement windows above are motorized. Just a really cozy bedroom. And I actually want to take everybody to the back because we have a few other details here. Mike, I don't know if you know this one.
For dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming because they have another one on the other side.
There's a dog statue in the backyard, so I assume the people that built the home are dog lovers.
Yes, they are. And then you come over here and it gets crazier. They have another small patio. This is their dog park and dog training area. It actually goes to the other side.
Really? It looks like
Yeah.
they have a little garden out here too with some fruits and vegetables.
Exactly. All for the primary bedroom. This lot is pretty impressive. And going back in, I know we're going back and forth. You can actually go behind the room or the place where we have the bed. And there's actually a wet bar here. And then we wrap around and
Full circle. Okay, so the dogs can
stay on this side, I'm assuming.
in the dog park, and they can just close these off and leave those doors open, yeah?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pretty clever, and yeah, this is the primary bedroom. Now, let's take the sliding glass doors, go outside, and we have another outdoor garden here with a fire pit in the center. Look at the landscaping. It's so colorful. It's so, this property is so zen.
It's just vibrant out here, you know?
Vibrant, that's a better word.
Yeah.
And we have another beautiful old mature tree here. I mean, look at the scale here, Mikey. It's insane. And throughout the garden here, they have boulders, different plants. I love how this deck walkway connects the great room patio to the oval garden that's down below us. That's the second oak tree that we saw right next to the formal living room area. And I mean, look at the scale here. It's insane. And down below us, again, we have the oval garden. Should we go check it out?
Let's do it.
My favorite area of this house would be looking out at the water and seeing a huge amphitheater grass area down below where I could have kids running around, or my friends and I could go down there and play a sport, or we could have a big party down there. We could entertain down there. On a day like today where it's sunny and it's warm, you can have all the doors and windows open. If it was a windy and a colder day, you can shut all the windows on the west side that face the water, and you have an almost as large grass area behind you to the east of the house, which is going to be insulated from all the wind. So I like how you have so many different usable areas of this property regardless of the climate.
I like how this space is lined with olive trees. This is AstroTurf, by the way, so you don't have to water it, you don't have to maintain it. Listing agents also call this section an amphitheater, and I guess it makes sense when you look at the retaining walls that's behind me, the scale here, how you can just invite your friends, throw events here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like this space, and this is pretty massive.
I mean, scale is insane, not to mention, look at the house behind me. All these roof lines. That's the primary bedroom wing right there. The first box section is the primary bathroom. Then you have the bedroom. Second floor up there that houses 3 bedrooms plus an office and a library. And then we gotta talk about this. I know I mentioned it while we were there. That's the formal living room area. That's a 18 plus feet cantilever over the garden. And below that is the guest house. Just this frame alone, I'm in love with. And when you look at the bottom section, you can realize that they had angles for the concrete, I guess, foundation, so to speak. That way it can truly cantilever and just float up in the air. This is incredible. This is one of my favorite areas, or one of my favorite views of this home.
I know you love your cantilevers.
I love it, but Mikey, look at this.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
You're always drawn to a good cantilever, and this is a very good one.
This is a fantastic one, and it gets better. If you take this walkway here and go right next to the cantilever section, there's a door that opens up to the guest home. So we talked about this staircase opening off of the foyer. Again, we have this beautiful board foam concrete wall, recessed and floor lighting. This is the private entry for the guest house. And going this way, we have the main space. Owners are currently using this room as their gym. You can see the yoga mats here. You still get windows, bringing natural light. We're actually right underneath the cantilevered living room that we toured earlier. And this room is very spacious. They have a small table here, a few chairs. There's a Murphy bed here. This converts into a proper guest home. And obviously you have all the bedrooms upstairs, which you're gonna check out in a bit, but if you wanna use this as a bedroom, you can. In fact, on the other side, you're gonna have a really nice kitchenette with a dishwasher, sink, induction cooktop, fridge, freezer, all this cabinetry. It's a nice touch. It's a cozy room.
I don't know why, I always like Murphy beds. I always find them very cool. It's like a great space-saving detail, you know?
Absolutely. Then you come over here, and it's the full bathroom. Again, floating vanity. I like the oversized subway tiles that we have on the walls that run all the way into the walk-in shower, brush knuckle fixtures. Definitely a good size bathroom. Now lastly, they also have the wine cellar on this level. Same Texas limestone that we've been seeing throughout. They have it also in this room. Beautiful marble table. That's your temperature controlled wine cellar, nicely dressed. And we saw this detail throughout the home in a couple different places. I really like the recessed in floor lighting here. And then you have cove lighting above. What a cool space.
Yeah, the strip lighting, the LED lighting throughout the entire house. I'm sure it's gonna look really cool at night.
Absolutely, and with that, we're done on the lower level. Now, let's go to the second floor and check out the remaining bedrooms. Now we're on the second floor landing. We talked about the staircase earlier, skylight above, and coming to this side, we have a library. I really like these LED lit shelves, modern wall sconces above, even the way the books are laid out. I feel like there's a pattern here. Then you come over to this side, small seating area, and I have to talk about this table.
You have to.
So a few months ago, we toured a property in Hawaii, and within the home, they had this table with this pinball, I guess, right? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, it's like this magnetic ball that basically will roll around the table and create different geometrical patterns and shapes, and it's really cool.
Exactly. And then we ended up cutting up that scene and posting it on TikTok, and it almost got over 20 million views. I guess people like tables like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, like between Instagram and TikTok, I believe we got over like 30 million views just on this like 10-second soundbite about a table.
They were called Sisyphus tables, right?
No, I think the brand is called Sisyphus Industries.
Okay.
And yeah, really cool table. Then we have an exterior door here that opens up to the front-facing balcony. Since we're on the second floor, we're a little bit more elevated. Views are fantastic, and we're gonna check out that balcony in a second. Now I want to bring everybody to the main hallway on the second floor. You can actually see your backyard from here. Now we're going to continue our tour with the first bedroom on this level. On my left, we can see the full bathroom. Again, limestone floors, walk-in shower, oversized subway tile, and we have the vanity over here. Now the next two bedrooms that we're gonna see are kind of similar, so I'm gonna quickly brush over them. King size bed, built-in cabinetry. I really appreciate that they brought some of the limestone details to the wall here as well. Corner glass, clear story windows above, wood paneling on the ceiling continues to the exterior, and now we're at the front-facing balcony. Again, you can move these screens wherever you want. That way you can either diffuse the light or just enjoy the views. Yeah. Pretty nice. Now, we're gonna take an interesting route. We're gonna start our tour of the second bedroom here. Another king-size bed, pretty much the same design elements. Comes with a full bathroom, which is on this side. Even though design elements of this bathroom is exactly the same as the other one, they changed the pattern here. These oversized subway tiles are installed vertically, not horizontally. Little details like that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. Now back to the main hallway. This is actually where we can see the curved roof line around the main oak tree. I mean, this tree is massive, and then this is such a fun, interesting moment here. Looking down, you can actually see the backyard from here, not to mention some of the rooftops of certain parts of the home. This property also has 126 solar panels above the roof. Well, which is fantastic.
I feel like that's more and more of an important detail in modern architecture, you know?
Couldn't agree more. And yeah, follow me this way, let's continue. At the end of this hallway, we have a door that opens up to the second office. That office also connects to the main balcony that we have on this level, and we're gonna see that balcony one more time as well. Now, we're in the third bedroom. This is the walk-in closet, another full bathroom here. This one actually comes with a built-in tub, and going in, king-size bed, cedar wood plank ceilings, corner glass, sliding glass doors open up. Like I said earlier, these bedrooms are pretty similar to each other. Now, Mikey, let's take everybody out again one more time, and let's check out this balcony. Again, we're here in La Jolla, California. Weather is amazing. Views are fantastic. What do you think, Mikey?
I really like it here. What is there not to like about La Jolla, California?
Look at this view.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
It's insane.
This is only our second time here. Last time we were on a cliffside property all the way down there by the beach, which is nice. It was really cool. Get to watch people surfing, that kind of thing. But I kind of prefer this myself. It's a little more calm,
relaxing.
Relaxing, you know. I know you're kind of more of the beach type, so.
I mean, I want to be down there surfing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can actually see waves breaking, which is just incredible. But like you said, this property is so relaxing. It's such a legacy estate. I'm glad we came all the way out here to tour it and share it with all of you. And now, let's see this place at dusk. All right, everyone, that's it from La Jolla, California. Hope you'll enjoy this tour. Big congrats to the design team. They did an exceptional job with this property. And of course, I want to give big thanks to the listing agents, Ross Clark and Brett Dickinson, for putting this tour together and allowing us to share their amazing listing with all of you. As always, you can find more information about this property in the description of this video. Now, if you enjoyed this tour, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.